Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gents. Hope that you're well. Today we're taking a look at a new Lattafa that caused a pretty big stir. You could say a lot of controversy actually around this one. So it's this right here, Teriaq. I guess I'm pronouncing that correctly. Teriaq. So this one from Lattafa caused a lot of people to lose their marbles because the perfumer of this is Quentin Bish. Now, if you're unaware of that name, he has done a bunch of big fragrances. Really good stuff. At this point, probably most people would recognize him from the Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances that he's been doing, Le Beau, Le Parfum, Le Male Elixir, Le Male Parfum, Scandal, stuff like that. But he has done a ton of releases. So what's the deal there, right? Well, why get upset about it? Because he's doing a fragrance with Lattafa. Lattafa is one of the biggest clone houses out there. Most people would probably agree Lattafa and Armaf are the two most popular as far as the really big name clone houses go. And even though Quentin Bish has actually already done a fragrance with Armaf, when this one was announced, people were a little up in arms, unhappy, you could say. Just like, how could you do a fragrance with Lattafa? They're a clone house. So when this came out, it got review bombed pretty heavily. Everybody was just, which interestingly enough has made, I think, more people curious about it to see whether it's good or not. And that's what I'm gonna be doing today, opening this up and checking it out. So I got my bottle from fragrancebuy.ca. The cost was about 37 bucks US. That's gonna fluctuate a little bit depending on conversion rates between Canadian and US dollars if you're in the US, but that's what it cost. So let's take a gander at this one. It's marketed as for men or women, but I have a strong sneaking suspicion that this is going to be quite feminine leaning. Just the way that the bottle looked online and then the coloration of everything here, the note breakdown, and some of the stuff that I have heard leads me to believe that it's gonna be quite feminine. Let's go ahead and take a look at this presentation here and then check out the fragrance inside. So you have the name of the house, name of the fragrance on the front here of this slip cover, Eau de Parfum, 100 ml size, Lattafa logo up top, bunch of information on the back, and on the bottom your badge code and barcode. My bottle made January 2024, pretty new. Let's take this slip cover off, maybe. There we go. And here we've got the bottle, has kind of a rubbery feel to it. Again, name of the house, name of the fragrance on the front, Lattafa up top. Got your sticker on the side, and a little more information on the bottom there. Oh, it looks pretty good actually. Got a little snake up top, which has some decent definition to it. Yeah, doesn't look too cheap at all, looks nice. So here we have the bottle, you have the name of the fragrance, name of the house right there on the front. Again, that snake up top, I like the look of that. Has the name of the fragrance around the collar of the bottle as well. A little more info on the bottom, and the cap clicks into place. So like I said, I got mine from fragrancebuy.ca. It's linked in the description in case you want to check it out. And then you can also use the code GS11 at fragflex.com should you shop there. Save you 11% off the whole website. One thing that I will say is that a lot of people were upset when they saw that Quentin Bish had done this fragrance, that he had created this fragrance. I believe that perfumers working with clone houses is a little more prevalent than some people realize. A lot of times nowadays, Armaf and Lattafa, they got a pretty good amount of money to throw around at perfumers. So if they want to work with somebody, I think at this point they can probably make it happen. It is a business at the end of the day. I know some people are like, no, but kind of is what it is, I guess. Here we go. Ooh, a bunch of sprays. Let that settle for a millisecond here. Whoa, didn't expect that exactly. I mean, it leans feminine, yeah, but that was weird. It's warm and sweet, but then it has this effervescence to it, like a spiced drink, like a lightly spiced kind of caramel beverage. Yeah, that initial hit, man, it is something different. Now, I know this has been compared to La Belle, but I'm not familiar with La Belle. It's, you know, the ladies' iteration of Le Beau. I like this. This actually smells really good. Now, I said this got review bombed when it first came out. It did. It got review bombed pretty hard, but it has since been making a comeback. People that have gotten this in have smelled it and they've been like, this stuff is actually very good. I didn't really know what to expect as far as how good it would actually be, but it is. Prominently sweet, but in a way that's not overly sugary. The initial blast is very intriguing to me. It doesn't last that long. It's gone pretty quickly, but that first like minute or so is really, really something attention grabbing. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, which is why I like it so much. It's a little carbonated in the way that it leaps off your skin initially, and this warmth and touch of spice hits your nose in a way that is not all that common, at least as far as fragrances that I smell day in and day out. It's got a really interesting note breakdown here. It's got rhubarb, it has caramel, some floral notes in there, pink pepper as well, vanilla, leather, honey, almond, and it's making a really, really intriguing scent profile. I mean, this stuff is under 40 bucks, like right from the get-go. I really like this. It's not masculine at all. It's like, at best, unisex leaning feminine, but it smells stupid good to me. Sparkly, lightly candied sweet in the opening, carbonated, effervescent, like I said, caramel, touch of pink pepper giving you that spicy kind of like pop, that lively zing when it first hits your skin. A bit creamy, the almond in the back, you start to pick it up maybe 30, 45 seconds in. Apricot is also a top note, which is very different style of sweetness as compared to, you know, your apple, bergamot, grapefruit, stuff like that. That's a little more common. Almost like syrupy sweetness. But again, that's in the back, the caramel more prominent. So you have this underlying apricot there when it first hits your nose. Zing, you get the zing from the rhubarb. Lightly tart, but there's all this other sweetness going on, so it doesn't end up stinging your nose at all. It's like it's rounded off. The florals, thankfully, not overwhelming, so they don't powder the whole thing up, which is what keeps this from going all the way feminine, instead unisex leaning feminine. If the florals were ramped up more, it would end up being just straight up 100% feminine, but they're kept as a support kind of in the back and along the edges. It's very lively. Even as it dries, it's still not sitting heavy on my skin. Great vanilla in there. It's warm, not too powdery. Once again, kind of like a darker vanilla to an extent. Honey in there. The leather comes out pretty smooth, not animalic. I'll tell you what, I will tell you what straight up here easily, and I hate to say it, but this crushes what Armaf did with their fragrances that they did with perfumers that are, you know, signing their name to it. So the key to my success, key to my dreams, all those fragrances, not that those are bad, not bad, but they are pricey for a fragrance from Armaf, right? And so they did one with Quentin Bish, which is also a good fragrance, completely different than how this one smells. Actually, it's more than just Quentin Bish, but still. This one, for being about half the cost of the Armafs, it does not smell lower quality than the Armaf ones. I don't think the presentation is worse. The presentation is nice. This is freaking fantastic. For this price point, because you could think of it as like, this is the MSRP, right? Because it just launched. It's at 37. This is good. This is darn good. It's feminine leading, so I know a lot of guys watch my channel. It's like 97% guys or something. So a bunch of you out there are probably gonna be like, ah, yeah, but it's feminine leaning. It is, but it is very good smelling. This stuff smells great. I was messing with this box for no reason. If this smells like Le Beau also, then Le Beau smells awesome. I have not smelled it, but if Le Beau smells like this, then Le Beau rules. Okay, I am kind of gobsmacked here. My gobs have been smacked around. I expected it to smell cheaper. I expected it to be more powdery. I expected it to be far more feminine leaning. Just, I don't know, just overly something bad. First impressions are 10 out of 10 for the price. I want to drive home to you guys though that this does lean feminine, okay? I mean, if the pink everything didn't give it away, and the note breakdown didn't give it away, it does lean feminine. I think it's unisex leaning feminine, but it's gonna be more probably for a lot of guys out there, a gift for a significant other or something like that, but it smells good, really good. I like it, it's nice. All right, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Like I said, Lattafa, if anybody at that company watches this, can you do something like this, but then it leans masculine? Like, that would be just, do that, please. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I will see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.